Well,
not to change subject, but a little bit funny. Did you see the video that Marcos Maidana put out a couple nights ago?
No, somebody told me about it, but I've been so busy.
He was hitting the mitts, and he says, "I need Mayweather number 3." He said, "I won the first one. I loosened Floyd's tooth in the second one."
Oh.
And he called out Floyd, Manny, Amir Khan, and Canelo. I don't know. I don't think he was that serious, but it was kind of funny. But he looks like he might be more of a cruiserweight right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. He's definitely living his best life. With any and all the former opponents that Floyd has fought in his career, each and every one of them have made the most money ever in their career by fighting Floyd. Because that's what Floyd brings, that star power, and he brings the bankroll to a promotion, to that fight. So why wouldn't he want to do something like that? He got paid very, very well for the 2 fights. And he moved back to his country, and I'm sure he was living his best life.
What's the most searing memory you took away from New Year's Eve in Japan?
Good question.
You were writing a book, your autobiography. What anecdote from New Year's Eve in Japan?
I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the coolest experiences that I've been a part of, and I didn't see everything. It was just like we were sitting there. It was like. And Floyd's getting ready in the hotel. He's like, okay, well, guess we can go over there and get this bag and then get on the jet and go to Vegas. That's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. He went and kicked the little dude's ass, got the bag. We went straight from the ring to the plane. It was crazy.
But with the bag?
With the bag. Oh, definitely had the bag. He definitely had the bag.
That number on Asakawa because he was talking before the fight. Asakawa was saying, him and his father were saying they could knock Floyd out. Did Floyd take him out that early in 2 minutes in part because of that? Floyd didn't take his time in there. Why was he?
Well, you understand. Guys are fighters at heart. And it's like Floyd's a dog.
See an opening?
Each and every one of you guys have seen him work in here, like spar. I'm sure, and it's like he's like a different kind of person. It's just like, and just like with most fighters, they have this, like I call it a mean streak, and they just, just like that light bulb comes on, and it's like, it could have been he got hit with a jab. I don't know. It just happened so quick.
Can we see more of those in Japan? How was the whole experience in Japan? And I guess
it was really, really cool. It was red carpet treatment. It was an unbelievable experience. They treated us very, very nice. And again, it was the fans. They were very supportive, very respectful. So it was an incredible experience. And Floyd made a lot of money. And again, it was great exposure. Global exposure.
How do you feel about people saying that it was fixed?
Another great question. Somebody said that to me yesterday, and somebody had sent me something from some clown that had said this, and I was actually surprised because that was very irresponsible on his part to make a searching like that. Something that you just speaking on that you have no justification, no facts to support it. You're just talking, and I thought it was just very irresponsible, and I got that message back to the person who, it's just like, why would you say something like that? Well, none of that shit is true. It was like nothing about anything that Floyd does or has ever done. He won't even, and has never even done when Showtime is when we were. And I even go back to HBO, the many, many years that we were doing stuff with them for the 24/7 and the All Accesses. They would say, oh, could you do that? Floyd's not with nothing fake. Everything you see is real with him. He's not with that fake shit.
Plus, it's not a real fight, so why would it be?
And it's just like, did it look like the guy, he got hit with a phantom punch or something?
No. It could have been fake. Yeah, it would have done the whole 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Right?
And before we wrap up, what can you say about Gervonta Davis too against Morris? And he said he wants to have a really big 2019. He being Tank.
Yeah, he will. He will. I think that you got to go through things in your career to learn and to understand. And our concern always with our guys is not just only what goes on in the ring, outside of the ring. And coming off of 2018, which was a horrible year for him, and he's admitted that to the media, and he explained why. And what I love, he accepted responsibility because he know that he was responsible why he didn't fight and all of the above, and he couldn't blame really nobody but himself. And I like that he accepted responsibility as a young man. He had so much going on in his life outside of boxing last year, with having a baby and dealing with all of that, coming from the environment that he comes from. He got a lot of other personal things going on that nobody knows about, and we supported him. It was frustrating, but we moved past it, and we got a lot of big things planned for 2019 and beyond. And with this being his first U.S. Headlining a U.S. show on Showtime, he's very excited, and big things are lying ahead. I fully expect we're going to unify in 2019. We can get past Mares. Big things ahead.
DeBella said he wants to make the fight with Farmer at the end of the year. He thinks it'll be more possible with Tevin Farmer if everything goes well with both of their next fights. Is that one of the unification fights?
Yeah, I would definitely. That's who I'm looking at. We definitely 1,000% want to fight Tevin Farmer.
That'd be a good grudge match.
It's not really a grudge match. It's just a fight that
Rivalry.
people would. But it'll be okay. First things first. He has a very tough guy ahead of him in Abner Mares, and that's solely where his focus is.
Does Gervonta have the it factor to be a big superstar in the sport? It seems like a lot of people are
Gervonta, in my eyes, and it could be, everybody could take it that I have a biased opinion. Out of all the guys that are out there, he's the one. And if people are asking me that, I say, well, he has everything what it takes. He can fight his ass off, and the way he does it is that he has such a connection with the younger generation, and people don't understand where this is going. Anytime that you can do that, you can have that connection, and you can fight your ass off, and you align with the right situation, and he knows if he does his part, I guarantee you, not only will he be the biggest star in the sport, but it won't even be close. It won't even be. He's going to be the first little guy that's going to be generating these ridiculous purses. Because again, the plan and the way we envision this stuff is like, again, he's going to completely cross over in the mainstream world. See, everybody's focused on, I want to be the best pound for pound. That's cool and all for everybody if that's what y'all doing, but we on some next level stuff. I see Gervonta again, and it's going to take a little time because he's still got to develop more, and it's certain things that he needs to work on. But
talking outside the ring, when you say working on, you're not talking his skills.
I'm solely.
You're talking about his way he deals with the media and things like that.
Well, he's fine with the media. He's fine with the media. I haven't had any issues. He's had other issues, not dealing with the media, but he can go. He can go, and again, he has that it factor. Floyd had it. I mean, they say, you say what you want to. It's like anything Floyd says and does beyond you guys. It's like it's big news and that's the one name, and Manny Pacquiao. Those are the two names that are synonymous over the last decade. When you say those names, is that people instantly think, it's like, okay, something's big, and Gervonta will eventually get to that point if he continues to listen and follow our guidance and instruction.
Thanks, Leonard.
Yeah. Okay, sure.